Woo! You got rusty, nasty, shitty cast iron skillet like this? Don't worry, baby. I'm gonna show you how to turn this into this. What's up, everyone? Abed Motasemi here. Welcome back to yet another recipe video. If you're new here, love cooking, baking, and of course, eating, and you haven't subscribed yet, come on, man. I'm a good boy. Subscribe right now. Now let's go. Woo. Hello, dudes. Today I'm going to be showing you how to restore, clean, season, and use cast iron skillets. I love my cast iron pan for so many reasons. They are perfect for cooking, searing, and frying meat and vegetables. They last forever and basically indestructible, and also you can put them in the oven, over flame, or even on charcoal, no problem. But people are usually intimidated by cast iron, I guess, because they are heavy and rust and they think food stick to it and it's hard to clean or deal with. So that's why I'm gonna be showing you how easy and satisfying working with cast iron is and how to turn it into your favorite non-stick pan. If you got a skillet with bunch of rust on it like mine, the best way to remove the rust and clean it for the first time is to soak the pan in a bath of 50-50 water and vinegar for about an hour. However, if it does not have that much rust, you can skip this step and just scrubbing it by steel wool and dish soap should be enough. After an hour, drain the water and vinegar and immediately sprinkle generous amount of baking soda, which reacts with vinegar and help the rust come out a lot easier. Scrub the skillet down with a steel scrub and any rough sponge with a mild dish soap and just try to get it down to the cast iron base layer. You gotta remember that cast iron skillet is one piece and you cannot just clean or season the part you cook with. You have to season the entire skillet to avoid rusting in the future. So that's why we need to scrub all the parts, sides, back, and even the handle. Once you got almost all of the rust out of the pan, you can rinse it under hot water, and while you are doing this, keep scrubbing quickly all around to make sure you got every damn spot. Always remember that water on cast iron means what? Rust. So you always want to keep it as dry as possible immediately after washing and storing it. Once you wash the cast iron and clean the nasty rust, immediately dry it with a paper or normal towel, then put it on your stove, preferably over flame, turn it on and let all of that excess water evaporate and the skillet gets bone dry because you don't want any moist on there. If you don't have gas stove, no problem at all. Put the pan in the oven, set it on 400 for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that should dry out nicely. Now it's time to start the seasoning process, and you would notice that still there is a thin layer of rust on the skillet, which is totally normal. Take it off the heat, and we're gonna wipe off the excess rust by a thin layer of oil. Now let's talk about oil. You can pretty much use any kind of oil, but it's better to use an oil with low smoking point to make sure you end up having a nice, glossy, long-lasting, non-stick and hard seasoning layer on the skillet. That's why flaxseed oil works the best, but the only downfall is that it's more expensive than other oil, so if that's concerning, you can use canola oil instead. Alright, put about a tablespoon of oil on both sides of the skillet and wipe the entire pan off using a paper towel, and you see all that nasty rust comes out. You can use more oil if you need and make sure to get all that stuff, spots, walls, sides, corners, and handle taken care of. Once you have the entire thing covered with oil, grab a clean paper towel and wipe everything off again very well, because cast iron skillet is porous and you want to make sure to wipe off all the dirt and rust. Whatever oil we used so far was to get the skillet rust free, so now it's ready for the seasoning process actually. And this is our easy seasoning procedure. Apply a generous amount of oil and rub down the entire thing with paper towel to create that seasoning coating. Then again, wipe off the entire skillet using a fresh paper towel to make sure you are only having a thin layer of oil there. Place the pan in the oven on the highest temperature it can go, which is usually between 450 and 500 degrees of Fahrenheit for an hour. So the reason we set the oven on very high temperature and use a low smoking point oil is to let the oil past the smoking point break down and bond with the cast iron surface. After 1 hour, take the pan out and let it cool down in the room temperature, or turn off the oven and let it cool there for another 30 minutes to an hour till you can actually grab the handle without burning your damn fingers. And there you go, we are done! That's what I call a sexy non-stick cast iron skillet that everyone in the entire universe dreams about. Well, I don't know, I love it. Guys, if you love cooking, baking, and of course eating, and have not subscribed yet to my channel, come on man, I'm a good boy. Please subscribe right now. Right now. The secret to cook with cast iron is that you have to preheat that damn skillet. This is very important if you don't want the food to stick to it. You can place it on high or medium heat and let it heat up. Because cast iron is a great heat conductor, you can carefully hover your hand over the bottom of the skillet and you feel if the pan is hot and ready to cook with. Another very important tip is to not place cold food on cold or hot cast iron pan. These are the two main reasons that food stick to the skillet. Pro tip guys, when you are searing steak, fish, chicken or any kind of meat, please do not move that damn meat around a lot, especially in the beginning of the cooking process. Once you place the meat on skillet, do not touch it till it builds a sexy caramelized crust, and you can notice that with kind of light brown crust on the outside edges. The meat will not stick to the pan and will self-release when the crust is formed, and that's when you are good to move or flip it. I really love cast iron because I can pretty much do anything with it. When the meat is ready, I can sear and fry my vegetable in the same pan, make my sauce in there, put them all together and finish the dish off in the oven. Once you are done with cooking, you gotta let the pan cool down just a little bit, then wash it right away and store it. If you let the pan cool down completely, the remaining food will adhere and stick to the pan so hard. Also, if you wash the pan when it is too hot with cold water, you will risk cracking the skillet. So the sweet spot is when the skillet is still warm. Sprinkle some salt on the pan and rub it down with normal or rough sponge and very light dish soap because you don't want to damage the seasoning. Rinse the pan with hot water and dry it off with towel right away. Put it on the stove or in the warm water again to completely dry off for a few minutes. Finally, before storing it, we need to apply a thin protective layer of oil on the skillet. Turn the heat down first, put some oil in there, gently rub the entire skillet with oil, turn the heat back up till the oil starts smoking, then turn the heat off and let the skillet cool down in your oven while it is turned off. Guys, this seems a lot of work, but it's really not. It's just applying some oil and rub the whole thing down, which takes 1 minute frankly, and the rest is gonna be in the oven. But the food that comes out of this girl, it's in another level. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up and comment below what your favorite food is that you want me to make for you in my channel. Please also subscribe to my channel by simply clicking on my picture and check out my other related videos right here. Thank you so much for watching and see you all next time.